Welcome to the Feminine Standard, where we discuss biblical femininity, building boundaries, and becoming all that God created us to be. I'm Samara. Welcome back. So, I haven't uploaded a video in a while, so I wanted to make sure that I was keeping my audience engaged, getting to know you all, connecting with you all. So, this is something like a Holy Girl hotline. You can ask me questions, you can comment down below and let me know which part of the video you enjoyed most. Most importantly, please remember, if you did enjoy this video, to like, to comment, to subscribe, turn on that bell notification so that you know every time that I'm posting. Today's look is just very light. I like to do either no makeup or a variation of the no makeup looks. Today I have on this really great creaseless concealer by Tarte in the color Rich Honey. I love the way that it just is my exact skin tone and it blends perfectly. I have a little NYX lip. I believe this lip liner is Bobbi Brown, if I'm not mistaken. And just a little bit of Kiss color and I think it's Color and Care's Edge Control. Just a few of the products that I'm using so you can get familiar with me, what I like, and I of course want to get familiar with you and what you like. So today's topic is stop explaining yourself. How to cultivate confidence and to be sure of yourself in the responses that you give. Not over explaining, but resting, knowing that a no, a yes, and whatever response that you'd like to give is sufficient. You don't have to explain yourself. So, a lot of the times when we are in a space where we're over explaining ourselves, it's because we're lacking confidence. We're not walking in that quiet confidence of the Lord. We're not trusting that even though we're doing something that the other person might not like by telling them, no, I'm unavailable, we know that God is ultimately the one that we serve and the one who will take care of us. We don't have to worry to think that I have to now over explain and overextend myself in order to keep this person in my life. It's trusting and knowing that the right people will remain in your life. And it's not always that they're wrong, but sometimes this is the wrong season for them to be connected to you. A lot of times we have people in our lives that deep down inside, you didn't need to pray a long prayer, didn't need to go on a fast. You knew that that person wasn't truly your friend. They weren't truly convinced to get to know you, but they were instead convinced to misunderstand you. They weren't someone who you could really know that you could confide in them as well as turn up and have a good time with them. They were more of a fair weather friend. They're more of a person that as long as things are perfect and you behave perfectly, then you're in their good graces. And the second that you do something wrong, they're basically ignoring you. They might block you. They might just give you the silent treatment. They're abusing you and they're misusing you. So why would you, knowing how that person is, then go and chase them, rushing and running after them to keep them, when sometimes God needs you to let go so that He can give you what He has for you in that next season? I heard a story recently of a woman who said that, listen, she used to run after certain types of men who ultimately didn't end up being a right match for her. And the one guy that was operating as the cleanup guy would be the one that she would continuously re-hook up with or connect with, and then throw him to the side or tell him, no, I'm not that interested. We're not that physically attractive to each other. This isn't going to work. She was doing something that most women do. chasing after what was wrong for you, holding on to it so tightly and too long that now by the time you release it, not only does God have to heal you from that, but He also is trying to prepare you for the next, prepare you for what He has with you, the person who will treat you well, the person who will love you, the person who will nurture you. But when you're too fixated on being in this state of, I call it panic mode, you're in panic mode, you're pushing forward, you're being too aggressive, you're trying to do everything to run and grasp and keep and hold on to people that literally were probably never meant to be in your life. Whether it's because you are not a good fit for them, or they are not a good fit for you, or just both together make a toxic hot mess, you need to allow God to move. And something that my therapist and my mentor also tell me is, if you are sitting in disobedience, if you are holding on to what you want and chasing after those things because you want to go ahead of God, you're going to constantly have to heal from those processes. Instead, if you just sat with God and allowed Him to heal you, prepare you, and do a work in you, then you would be able to be paired with that man, that relationship, that connection, that job, whatever it was that you've been desiring. But you needed God to sit there with you, heal you, and do a work in you before you were even ready for that. But the longer you go ahead of God, trying to go and find your own thing when He told you to be patient, you're now prolonging your wait, because now you have to go after that person. He has to unclench your hands from that person, heal your hands, heal your heart, and heal the rest of you from that person, as well as every other season, because you never really stopped to let Him heal the previous seasons, and you're making it longer. You going and trying to do your own thing and find your husband every day, instead of sitting and allowing God to tell you, this is where I need you to be this day, this is what I need you to do, so that you're positioned in the right place, so that you're prepared when that connection does happen. You're prolonging the process, because it could have taken, just like the children of Israel, it could have taken you 4 days, 4 months, 4 weeks to be connected with that man of God that you've been praying for. If you allowed God to sit you down, heal you, refocus you, and fix you up. But because you did not, you're now making what could take you 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, or even less than a year, it's now taking you much longer. Just like the children of Israel, because they didn't trust in God, they wanted to make their own idols, they wanted their own outcomes, they wanted their own answers. So they were not able to receive the promise in the timing God needed them to, as well as to really see it at all, because they never allowed God to be God. So in this message, for you to stop over explaining and to embrace your quiet confidence, you need to allow God to be God, and to really trust and rest and know that He is God. That's trusting and resting and knowing that whether you said yes a million times, no a million times, if that person is right for you, if they're meant to be in this season and in the next, then it doesn't matter what you had to tell them no about. It didn't matter what boundary you set. You won't need to over explain yourself, because they will understand the first time. The person that's like, why can't you do this? Tell me, I need an explanation, and wants you to keep having to pour out more reasons why, even if you just said, I'm unavailable, that's likely someone who's toxic, who's unhealthy for you, who's unhealed, and someone who gives you a lesson, but they're not someone who's here with the blessing. We need both types of people, but you have to know where to compartmentalize them, because not everybody deserves access to your heart, your mind, your time, and definitely not to be in your box seat with you living this life out. You need to protect your energy. You need to protect your peace and, most importantly, guard your heart, because out of it flows the issues of life. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, just leave me an orange heart emoji in the comments. This is the Feminine Standard. I pray that you are blessed. I pray that you have a fantastic day. I pray that even if it doesn't go as you have planned, that you know that God is doing something through you, for you, or in you. And I pray that you get wisdom from this video and that it sparks a new revelation and a new piece to the puzzle that you've been longing for. Bye-bye.